Hey everyone, Dr. Troy Newquist here, and today's topic is this: time lies are destroying your timelines. Hear me again. Time lies are destroying your timelines. So we all have goals, right? We all have goals, we all have ambitions, we all have things that we want to accomplish in life. And when we set them up, typically you set them up what? There's a timeline. There are things that have to be done every step of the way. Here's where I'm starting. Here's the steps that I have to walk through to get to the desired result. That is set up on a timeline, right? Some of you do it on 30 days, 60 days, 90 days, full year. But here's where I want to be at the end of, and for sake of this conversation, we're going to say, simply put, 30 days. Here's where I want to be at the end of 30 days. So now I have to decide the actions that it's going to take to get there. And as I map out those actions, I now have a timeline. What destroys your timeline are the time lies. Now, you know you've been there before. We've all been there before, actually, if we're being honest here. I don't have enough time. You don't understand my schedule. The one that really irks me is when people say, oh, my kids won't let me get it done. Really? Really? They're sitting there trying to keep you from getting your goals done. People talk about, you don't understand my schedule. There's not enough hours in the day. Oh, there's just not enough time. You understand the time lies. We could go on and on and on. The problem is as you validate the time lies, as you validate them, they destroy every single step of the way. And we use that as an excuse for why we didn't get something done. Oh yeah, I tried to lose weight before. I couldn't because I couldn't get up and work out in the morning because my kids would get up at the same time. Or I couldn't because I would try to work out at the end of the day. And by the time I get home from work, I was too tired and I had to do the dishes and I had to do the laundry and whatever else. The time lies. You get it, right? The time lies set in and they start to destroy and take apart your timeline to accomplishing your goals. Now, this is a dangerous place to live. And the point of this is because what happens is we become more about the reasons we're not accomplishing it instead of being focused on the results. So how can we shift this? How can we move away from the time lies that we're telling ourselves? Well, first of all, you've got to have a burning desire for what it is that you say that you want. Whatever it is, if it's in your health, your spirituality, your relationships, there has to be a burning desire for you to want that thing. Because when there's a burning desire, you lead to part two, which means it's going to become a priority. If I have a burning desire in my soul to accomplish this thing, then I'm going to prioritize it. I'm going to put it in my schedule and I'm going to prioritize it to make sure that it gets done. And then I will create a schedule. So look, burning desire, I'm going to prioritize it. So I'm going to identify what the steps are and I'm going to make sure it's a part of my day. And if I want to ensure that it's a part of my day, I drop it into a schedule for the day, for the week, and for the month. Now, people have fought me on, I have clients who have fought me on scheduling for years. And then all of a sudden they do it and they're like, wow, why didn't you push me on this? It's like, are you friggin' kidding me? You have an actual schedule. That schedule becomes your blueprint. That schedule becomes the roadmap to your success. And then you start to see and identify times in the day where you're a little bit more productive, times in the day where you're not as productive. You start to see where there's breaks in the action of your day that you could be doing these particular tasks that would help you to prioritize even more work that needs to be done to hit your goals. See, when you have a schedule that you have written out, and there are some people who love actual pen to paper. I'm a person who loves digital. I can sit here, I can put it on 2 screens. I can follow and I can see my week unfold. This is where I'm going to end this week. As a result of what? As a simple result of being able to look at my schedule. As a simple result of looking at my schedule and knowing that what's on there are things that I have a burning desire to accomplish. They are priorities within my schedule. And then I can see the things that are distractions. And now on a day-to-day basis, if I'm looking at the distractive things that are in my schedule, I can start to pull them out. And as I pull them out, what starts to happen? I start to get more done in less time. Look, we could add affirmations, okay? If you're a person who falls into these time lies, we can go ahead and add affirmations. I'm efficient with my time. I get 6 hours of sleep and wake up energized and ready to go. I am a time magnet. I have plenty of time to accomplish all I want to every single day. We could talk about affirmations, and maybe for some of you that would be incredibly valuable just to help you to change your thoughts around time. But at the end of the day, it's the awareness and the understanding that chances are you're pissing away time. Chances are you're spending too much time on Facebook or Twitter or TikTok or some social media platforms that you don't need to be spending as much time on. Chances are maybe you're spending too much time watching TV. Chances are you're doing things that are not needle movers in your life. And the things that you say that you truly want, if you truly wanted them, you'd make them a priority. They would be at the top of the list. And all you have to do is do one thing today. You don't have to knock a home run out of the park today. You just got to do one thing. You pick an area of your life and you do one thing. And if you like the way that feels, maybe you'll do another thing. Or maybe you do that in each category of your life. And you go, wow, what if I were just to set up my days to categorically win every single day? And so you look at your schedule and you literally have in your schedule quality family time and what that means. You literally have in your schedule your morning routine and what that means. You literally have in your schedule things specifically for work and what that means. Things specifically for your relationship with your spouse and your children and what that means. Things for your spirituality and your mindset and what that means. Things for fun and what that means. See, the more clear you get on the things that matter to you, on the things that are truly a burning desire in your soul, the more clear you get on those things, the more burning desire there will be, the more you will prioritize these things, and you'll stop screwing around with things that don't matter. Then all of a sudden, you'll create this timeline. And on this timeline, you'll have steps that you'll have to take to get to the goal that you have. And you'll start to say no more to the things that don't matter. And you'll start saying yes to you. You'll start saying yes to your relationships. You'll start saying yes to God. You'll start saying yes to your health. You'll start saying yes to your business. You'll start saying yes to your team. You'll start saying yes to your clients. When you look at that laundry list of things right there, those are all incredibly impactful things in your life and in mine. And if I'm putting my energy into those things, I don't have time for the distractions. So here's what I'm recommending that you do. Number one, identify, just to be clear, what are the time lies that you're telling yourself, okay? Just know what they are. You jot them down, the few things, all right? Number two, what is it that you say that you want? Look at your life and pick 5, 6, 7 things that you say that you truly, truly want, okay? In your health, your spirituality, your relationships, in your business, and for fun, all right? I know it's 5 things, but you might have anywhere from 5 to 7 to 10 things. Write down what it is that you want. And then you have to assess, do I have a burning desire to accomplish these things? I mean, there's the key right there. Do I have a burning desire to accomplish these things? And you put a Y or an N next to each one. The ones that you say no, cross them off the list. What you're left with are the things that you say you truly want in your life. And then jot down some action steps that you could take for each area. Now, if you're not a person who's a scheduler, it's gonna be a little tough, but otherwise you would put it into your schedule. You would look at the rest of your day and say, how do I want this day to unfold? What am I going to accomplish? And you literally would write these in the time slots of the schedule. Or you go online and you do the same thing. Use Outlook or iCal or whatever it is that you want, and you type these things in so you can see how your day is gonna pan out. Then when you're done today, identify what you're gonna do tomorrow and start to write out this full schedule. Now, I teach scheduling. It's a very easy thing to do. The problem is people will say, I don't have enough time to learn. Isn't that ironic? I don't have enough time to learn. I think it's funny. Anyway, so what you'll do though is if you need help and assistance with that, please let me know. Otherwise, what you do is you look at tomorrow and you say, okay, how do I want tomorrow to look? Start to create the blueprint. You don't have to look all the way out the whole week. Look at tomorrow and say, how do I win tomorrow? And write down the things that you know that you want to do. I want to work out at 6 a.m., then write it down. I'm going to have breakfast with my family. Write it down. I'm going to do this for my business. Write it down and start placing these things into blocks in your schedule. So that when you look at your schedule, you go, wait a minute, I don't have time for distractions. I got to focus on me. And you'll start to create days and weeks and months that are incredibly productive, incredibly successful, incredibly energizing, and it starts to become addictive. And then you'll catch yourself more frequently when you go down the path of distractions. And you'll start to say no more and yes. Yes, you'll start to say no more to the distractions. You'll start to say yes more to you. All right. So that's all I've got for you today, folks. Take a look at what are the time lies that are destroying your timelines. And this could completely change the rest of your month, your quarter, or your year. And that's my hopes for you. All right. That's all I've got for you today. I'm Dr. Troy. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.